a classically educated man. You're a scholar of some sort. You went to Cambridge University.
Yes, I did, yeah.
And you studied classics. That was your focus. What do you do with a classics degree other than like, hey, you want to know about Ovid's Metamorphoses because I translated it?
I can tell you about it.
Yeah.
Apollo and Daphne.
Yeah. What did you? What?
Honestly, I didn't know. I think I discovered strangely that I was good at it. It was one of the first things at school I found I was good at. I'm terrible at math, terrible at science, and then I started learning Latin declensions, and I was like, I know the answer to that, and I'm sure pull. That's exactly it. And then I actually became really interested, and I think the stories are so great. I genuinely loved reading the Odyssey and the Iliad and Plato in the original Greek. It's like reading.
Wow. Stephen? He's good.
When people read it in non-original Greek, you go, you're not really getting it.
You just don't get the.
It's like looking at his twin.
No, it's a bit
Like looking at his twin.
They wish they could read Shakespeare. They read translations of Shakespeare, and they have to work their English up to a point where they can read Shakespeare in English. And it's a bit like, when you read stuff in Latin and Greek, it's a weird foundation in language. I've always been quite grateful because if there's a word I don't understand, it usually comes from a Latin or Greek root, so I don't know what it means.
I've heard it described that reading a great work of art in non-original and Greek translation is like kissing a woman through a veil.
Who wants to do that?
Not me.
Energy providers don't want you to know about this trick that can heat houses practically for free. This space heater is being called the Tesla of...
Grade 7, Clementi. Let's see.
Something to do with it.
Is everything on your Welcome to Chamonix, monsieur. Thank you, madame. It seems to be the only virtue Paris has left me.
They look like a scene from a bad opera. Potin, Georges, Frederick, tell me the news. The only chatter I've heard in the last 18 months has been from the screws.
Maestro, listen to goodbye. Albert. What? A line of the concert stage. All victories roar. Isn't it true, Chopin? The greatest pianist, they say, since Liszt.
Since Liszt. That's very funny, Potin. When did they bury him?
Ah, Maestro, you've buried yourself.
That's my son Daniel. He's a great critic of my music. He's right, too.
That's Clementi.
Messed with him.
It's a grade 8 piece. And
Frederick.
so So, velocity and rhythm and broken thirds, Clementi. Grade 7. Let's have go along again, Stephen, please.
You see, your music enchants him, Frederick.
So go back to the Chopin piece.
I've been looking at this
Grade
beautiful
7.
countryside and trying to imagine your life here.
Let's see.
We live simply, madame.
Life anywhere could never be simple with Franz Liszt. God didn't make him simple.
I shall alter that.
I see. And what will you do, Countess, if Liszt goes on tour again?
I don't think France will make any more tours, madame.
Liszt is the finest pianist of our
Lots and
time. He
lots.
can't retire at this stage of his career.
Thank you,
He
Stephen.
has a greater career awaiting him.
As what?
A composer.
Oh, no, A flat.
Let me give you a small piece of advice. We are what we are. It's disastrous to try to make a man what he was never intended to be.
Do you think, madame, that I left the security of marriage, my life in Paris,
Flat.
damage
That's
my
fair.
reputation, my
Four
children's
flats.
future, for the sake of a piano player?
Piano player.
Since we've been here, he's written his first serious composition.
Sing again.
Can Paris say as much for the time he spent there?
Flat C.
Well, and he certainly enjoyed himself.
A G C. Go back, carry
We're
on with
not
that
here,
one.
madame, to enjoy ourselves.
That's what I was put before.
I wish I could play my music that well.
No doubt Liszt wishes he could compose that well.
Yes, indeed. What I tell you. How good is this fellow Thalberg?
Magnificent. According to the critics.
When's the next concert?
On the 15th in Paris, he's taking the sound there.
Maestro, if you would return,
Let's all go out somewhere and drink. Let's drink until the end.
Okay, within the next expression, Chopin, grade 7. Thank you very much, Stephen Harper.